Hey guys, welcome back. Paisa Gringo here. Just thought I'd come outside real quick and shoot a quick video about something that I've been asked about a few times. That's opening a bank account in Colombia. Now, I have done it successfully. Had a couple of hoops to jump through. First, let me start off by saying the Colombian banks, they seem to be a little bit more strict on allowing tourists to open a bank account. If you're living there, if you're working there in Colombia and not a citizen, that's a different situation. But me as a tourist, I was not able to do it. And this is after calling the Bancolombia call center prior to my travel and them kind of telling me that there is an account that I can get because I'm a frequent visitor to the country, but I don't stay more than 6 months in a calendar year. But their policies are constantly changing, and when I got there, a friend of a friend who works at Bancolombia, if she could have opened the account, she would have done it for me. She wasn't able to. She apologized. The policy changed, wasn't able to do it. So what do? I went to BBVA. That is a Spanish bank from Spain. They're located all over Colombia. There's a ton of them in Medellin. So that's what I did. I opened my savings account. I was not able to open a checking account, but I was open to open a savings account, which also came with a debit card that they set it up right there in front of me in the branch. Like they loaded the number on it, the debit card number, and I was able to choose my PIN. The exact BBVA branch that I opened my account was across the street from Viva Envigado. That's the really huge shopping mall in Envigado. I did a video walkthrough on it here on my channel. That's the branch I opened my account in. But like I said, there's BBVA branches all over Medellin. Documents needed. Okay, I opened this savings account with just 2 forms of documentation: my passport and my driver's license. And upon opening the account, I needed to fund it, or you need 100,000 Colombian pesos to open the account. So that's roughly $33. So I did that right there when I opened the account, as well as I made some other deposits. Now, this account comes with some restrictions for 6 months. That is the most main restriction is I can't move money freely. I can't wire money from the US to that BBVA Colombia account for 6 months. Once again, this is to try to cut down on money laundering, fraud. They want to know where the money's coming from, things like that. So luckily for me, and this is what you guys are going to have to think about, do you have someone in Colombia that you can trust, that you could Western Union money to, and they can receive that money and then go deposit it into your bank account in BBVA? I did. So for the 6 months I was here in the States, I wired Western Union money, and someone went and got that money and put it in my account for me. Okay, now fast forward 6 months from April, we're talking October. I was just in Colombia last week. I went back to the same branch. Luckily enough, I spoke to the same lady at the branch. She remembered opening the account for me. She made a couple of phone calls, restrictions lifted. Then she gave me some documentation. One was a SWIFT code, which is a bank code if you're gonna wire money. And second was my BBVA, I guess, like wiring account number, because my normal account number is like 9 digits. This one was like 20. So I'm happy. I'm feeling good. I get back to the US last week, 2 weeks ago, and I do a test run. So I put in the SWIFT code and my Bank of America. I fire that up. I log in. I go to transfers. I put in the SWIFT code, and it comes up automatically, BBVA Colombia. So far, so good. I'm happy. I put my account number in, and I don't want to send too much money on the first wire, just in case something goes wrong and it's lost in the cloud or space somewhere. So I send $50. Now, to send that $50 cost me $40. That was the bank wire fee. Now, I also played around with that dollar amount. I put in 1,000, I put in 200, I put in 600. Every time it was $40. So the wire fee didn't change depending on how much money I was sending. So I sent the 50, it cost me 40, so a total of $90. I was prompted that it may take 1 to 2 days. the money was there in probably like 13 hours. Now I did have to log into my BBVA account, and I had this is a place where you can hit receive money from the exterior. So the receiving money from out of the country. I clicked that, and of course my $50 was there. It converted at a really good rate. I want to say like 3, 4, and some change. So it was competitive. So I clicked receive the money, and you had to select a drop down, some options like why are you receiving this money from outside of the country? Is it for investment? Is it for work? There was an option for like from me to me or from you to you. So that's what I did, and it worked no problem. So going forward, when I Western Union money, it's 4% of what I send. So if I send $1,000 Western Union, it's going to cost me $1,040. If I send $100, it's going to cost me $104. So going forward, if I'm going to send less than $1,000, I'll most likely do that Western Union, send it to my people I have there in Colombia. They'll get the money and put it into my bank account for me. If I'm going to send 1,000 or more, then I'll just do bank to bank, because it's really fast. It's the same amount of money, and I don't have to get anyone else involved with these extra steps of going to get the money and then going to another location to deposit the money. So that is my story. I was able to open a bank account in Colombia, BBVA. I'm currently sending money there, saving money. I am saving for an investment. I do plan on buying an apartment there. So that's what I'm using it for. I hope this video helps you guys out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get to them and give you a prompt response. Thanks.